Okay, we're recording. Cool. Nothing as usual. Playing Repo. That's that horror game. I know that. 2022 August. Yeah, we'll play that. Or we'll do that. Maybe we can try it. I was doing December. I think I sent the results. I was doing decent. So one thing I been struggling with, I avoid losses, but I'm too picky to execute setups that are like mid or let me share a screen. Setups that are like not like perfect, but like they should work. Okay, Discord. Why can't I share my screen? Interesting. I took a I literally took a setup every day in September. Um, for backtesting, but usually like in backtesting probably like 4 a week or 3 a week on average. I'd say like three on average. Actually, I say I take four, but like at least three that affect my P&L. Okay, is Discord broken? Like I can't share my screen. Hold on. My Wi-Fi just cooked. That's unfortunate. Let me try the desktop browser. Um. Okay. Do you guys see my screen? Is my screen shown? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm on the desktop browser now, so that's interesting. Okay, I want to go over first my epiphany that I had. So like all these setups this week had like some little issue that I just didn't like in the moment. So I'm gonna go with this SMR, right? That 2 minutes, that 2 minute long for the data high on Thursday. Okay, who took this setup? This is a great setup. Who took this one? Can you guys see my trading view? Oh my god, why is this? Oh, I see. Okay, now you should be able to. Alright, who took this setup? Now you should be able to. So this is a 2 minute inversion for value gap, targeting data high, right? Um, Missed it too. Okay. So, yeah, I should have taken this, but what is something like that would cause me not to take this? Like, okay, again, you don't need an SMR if you get good displacement off of a soup, right? So if we look to the entire time frame, we are souping out these lows, correct? So we get good displacement off the soup. So we technically don't need to wait for this, right? But what did I do? I waited for the significant gap to break anyways. And that Reliable did the same thing as me because we didn't like this close. I didn't like the close, but this is what I've been experimenting. The issue with waiting for the smart money reversal, is that yes, it's higher probability. Like if this breaks, this is way higher probability in my eyes that we go for the data high. But like you see how your risk to reward just gets absolutely demolished. Like it usually gets ruined, right? So what have I been testing? If I get a setup where the draw on liquidity is good, but like I don't like the close or like there's some type of discretionary like issue that I don't like here. Like see how this close is wiki? There's a couple things that I'm trying to implement. The first thing I want to do now is just take the trade, but you start half risk. So let's say like we have a significant gap here, right? We are coming off a high time frame soup, and yes, mechanically I don't have to wait for the smart money reversal because again we get good displacement. This is good momentum through this gap off of a soup, so I don't need to wait for this gap, right? But then in live time, I don't like this close. Like if you go to the 30-second, basically this wick is entering off a red candle, right? Define good drawn liquidity, data high, data low, low resistance liquidity, equal highs, equal lows. It's like those like the top three. But do you guys see how like this wick means you're entering on a red candle? So instead of like entering full position, because technically this significant gap could hold, and let's say that wick was a telltale sign to not get in, and this failed. Okay, cool. But at the same time, because the drawn liquidity is so good and I have conviction, there's no point of just like waiting and like missing the setup. Take this half size. Okay, enter in half size maybe, and then you add in once the significant gap breaks. Like, okay, once you see this candle, then you add in your full size. So there's like my two, and then it takes the average, and then now you just go break even here. Do you guys get what I'm saying? And then, right, you should just go break even here, and then there's your take profit, right? So instead of waiting for, like you wait for this gap to break, right? Like, because if you wait for the significant gap to break here and you just don't get in any position at all, then your fill's here, right? So if your fill's here, your stop loss is like including this inception gap here, and you're targeting a 1-to-1, you're gonna get break even every time. Like, okay, we hit the draw on liquidity, you go break even, and then you get break even. This is what happened to me. I got bottom ticked. That's too complicated to me, so I might have to let it pass. Tanya, I'm just saying if you don't okay, I'm just saying if you like the drawn liquidity and you think it gets hit, but the actual setup, like something's throwing you off, just enter half size. And then just like yeah, exactly, Samuk. Like what I realized, it's better. I'd rather like okay, I lose half risk on this, like whatever. You know what I mean? Just cut your cons in half. Like if you don't like something, like I didn't like this close, just cut your cons in half and then wait for the significant gap to break. You know what I mean? Um, it's just subjective. Like this wiki close to me looks like this significant gap's gonna hold, but like we still have the best strong liquidity in the market above. Um, I'll just so now I'll just enter half size. This is like the entire week my issue. Like this issue again. That 3 minute on Friday. Like the same issue I'm having. It's not that I can't identify setups. I'm getting in every correct setup, but I'm like ruining the entry again. 3 minute right here, right? My issue is I guess not having strong draws enough. Respect. Yeah. Yeah, even if the setup's like mid, like this 5 minute, um, like you take this setup on the three, like people took this 3 minute, like yes, this is like a B setup, just take it half size. Like if you want to try it, like it makes sense, but like you're not willing to risk like your full position, just try it half size. Like it makes sense to work, you know what I mean? But it's like mechanically like a really mid setup. Right. So I need to start doing that. And like here, another example. This 3 minute I took reliable. I was literally talking reliable when it triggered, and I said I'm getting in. But like I then was checking time frames, right? So you want to take the highest time frame leg in the gap, and that's obvious. So either you get in this four or you get in this three, right? So here we had an SMT with this low, and we were delivering out of an hourly for a value gap to the left. But like this is a really good reaction live time, but I'm like again, I'm getting way too picky. What do I see? Oh, we have a 2 minute here. So what do I wait for? I was waiting for like some type of reaction. So I waited for like a propulsion block, which basically a propulsion block. Okay, this is a propulsion block. Do you guys see how this is an order block, and then this order block sends price up, right? So we get like price up, and then we retap an order block and then make another order block. So it's basically an order block off of an order block. And then this is your propulsion block. So this is where I entered, right? But what happens when you enter this late? Um, you can guess. Like this was a good trade. I really like this trade. But I should have been done for the day after. Like this should have just been my win, and I should have been done, right? Exactly. Higher chance of break even. So you have to balance your risk and you have to balance your reward. So there's your break even, right? So I go break even, and I was targeting an unmitigated 15-minute gap above. And what happens? Oh well, actually in live time my fill was a little worse. Basically, my fill was like, um, let me go back here. My fill was like, I think it was off this candle. It wasn't this. It was off this black candle. I think. Yeah, it was like here. So basically, basically what I'm trying to say, I got bottom take break even. Like my break even was here, and then I got bottom take break even, and then we ran. And then I was gonna get in this 30 second. Oh no, I actually, I got in this 30 second, and this was the most interesting break even I've ever seen. Basically, these highs left equal highs. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought this swept in live time because I'm like looking at two monitors and I have to like manage my position quick. I thought this wick literally took out this equal high, so I went break even, and then I got break even. So that's unfortunate. But what I'm gonna start implementing, you guys understand, like when you take like a 5 minute trade, like when you take a 5 minute long, you guys see how like you don't wait for like you don't wait for every 1 minute gap above to break. You know what I mean? Like if you're taking like a 5 minute V shape, like if you have a 5 minute V shape and there's like a 1 minute gap here, you're taking the 5 minute inverse. You're entering here. Like you're not waiting for every 1 minute or 30 second gap to break in succession. So what I'm gonna start doing, because the 3 minute singular and you're coming off an area of a reversal, stop being so picky in your entries. Like I don't need to wait for the two here. What I'll do is this is what I've seen. You enter half size and then you wait for react. Maybe this 2 minute does hold price and we do go lower. Okay, I lose 0.5 R. Like whatever. I can make that back easily, you know what I mean? So instead of like okay, like I see this candle, right? I see this propulsion block get put in, and then maybe now I add full size. So now I add full size and my average is here, right? And then let's play price. Let's see if I would get break even. Okay, go break even there. My break even is under this order block. So let's see what happens. Oh, you see how this order block gets respected? And I don't get break even, right? And then TP gets hit. But yeah. Well, your stop loss would have been like here actually, and then 1 to 1. But yeah. Thoughts on the 5 minute before it? Yeah, I'll go over that. Okay, but do you guys understand this? This is just like a personal issue I'm having. I've been getting absolutely like I'm not capitalizing on like any setups this week because I keep waiting too long, if that makes sense. Like I keep waiting for too much confirmation. Yeah, exactly. Too picky. That like I can identify setups perfectly. Every setup I've taken has been like bangers. Um, Robe, have you had if you've not had this issue, don't change. But I'm like willing. I need to just put some risk on the table if I see like because I know this is gonna work. But my brain is like looking for the most perfection. Like Reliable says this all the time. You have to balance your risk and reward, and you have to see what is like enough. You know what I mean? Because you're not gonna get if you wait for like the most perfect setups, like where it's like picture perfect. Like sure those will work like 99% of the time, but you're gonna get like one a week. You know what I mean? Like and you just need to practice trading draw and liquidity. But yeah, so this 5 minute long up here, who took this? Uh, I mean, okay, I won't blame you guys. Like this to me looked like we were gonna run these highs. I'm not gonna lie. Like these are stacked. These are stacked highs. It's just like I don't know. There's no mechanically okay. The only reason I didn't even try this is because the price action. I think. Look at this 1 minute. I like. There's just no way I'm forcing a setup with this price action. I see what like one fair value got put in. Like this price action was just looking horrible, so I didn't even bother. Um, I take setups with good duo and A plus with mid duo, but yeah, Yeah, we created relatively equal lows. We created relatively equal lows. What are you talking about? On the 15. These are not relatively equal. This got swept. But the biggest issue is that you're just having conflicting draws. Like, why settle for this setup? You know what I mean? And good on the one. My exact thought after the trade, I took the loss. Yeah, that's fine. This is a really. I just didn't like the price action, and you're also just going for a high that swept out. I mean, yes, this is a 930 wick, but it's protected right now because you're going for a high that swept out another high, which makes it high resistant, and we did not take out any sell side, and you have conflicting draws. Data lows were protected until we took out buy side. So once we swept that this high, then they're not protected anymore. Then you can target them. So again, like why even we've had such a good week, why settle for this like ass setup? Like it's just like it's like B. I don't know. Like I'd rather just fade that. But again, like little things like this, like I was gonna take this 5. People took the 3. I think waiting for the 5 is fine just because the price action was bad. Like I was gonna just take this and just thug it out for 1 hour and take it half size. Like do this. Um, target. I think we had like a new day opening gap. We had like a new day opening gap here. Um, yeah, you guys see this. So we had a new day opening gap, which was my draw on liquidity. I honestly thought we'd get along from there, but I was just gonna take this 5 minute, take it half size, and then just go for 1 hour, which is basically that new day opening gap. And if I did that, right, if I stick to my gut, that hits, right? So just like a little issue for me, I just need to take more setups because I know they work. Like it's just that simple. All right, let's get into back testing. Because if I look at my back testing results, dude, I take so many setups in back testing. Why? Because I just like try shit, and like most of the time they work. I just need to stop being so perfectionist. But yeah, all right, let's lock in. If we sweep any high slash low, then they're protected high slash no. Not any high slash low. It needs to be something that's obvious. Like something where you know liquidity is at. So obvious highs, like these hourly equal highs were really obvious. Like this is a high inside of this hourly fair value gap. Like this is an obvious high. So that it can't just be like any random 1 minute. It needs to be something that's like that points out to you. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's do this. Okay. Yeah, any like significant low, anything that's like an obvious swing low, obvious swing high. Um, Also depends on bias because protected highs aren't really protected if order flow is still like bullish, but you'll see. All right. So what is the bias here? I need to get some music on. Hold on. Okay. What's up, Plus CV? All right. So we're sweeping out highs inside of a 4 hour for value gap, 4 hour BPR above. I would be bearish right now because we have a 4 hour inversion to the downside right here that did send price to a higher high. I would be bearish to this low, and then once you sweep out this low, I'd look for longs from here. So yeah. So I think right now I'm bearish. But like I'm bearish to be bullish, if that makes sense. I'm streaming my trading view. Oh, blunder. My bad. Alright. I didn't even set my bias. Okay. Rerun that. Yeah, you can ask whatever, Lily. So we're in this bearish 4 hour for value gap. We inverted this bearish 4 hour for value gap. That sent price to a higher high, so I'm bearish till this low. Probably. I'll have to just see the reaction. At least this low. But yeah. Do I play chess? I play Clash Royale. That's like men's chess. So yeah, you could say I play chess. Thoughts on daily Bitcoin long? I'm in for long term, not on a trade. I'll check in a second. Okay, so there's market open. So again, we have to react, not predict. Um, so if you are bullish here, that's fine. We are rejecting this rejection block, 50% of that, so I need to keep that in mind. I wouldn't mind a short from here, sweeping out that high. So there's that high swept, and then we do get a short here. Kind of a small gap, not gonna lie. How many points is this? 4 points. I mean, honestly, it doesn't look bad. It's a 15-second SMR. I think I'll try this. But because the gap's small, I'll take it half risk, right? I don't love that the gap's kind of small, so stop at the body of the high. I'll take it half risk. Yeah, but this could fail because the gap's small and we could just remanipulate. But put some risk on the table. Alright, don't be scared to fail. We do have a trend line right here. So I'm gonna go break even at this trend line. Okay, see how that fails? Cool. Half risk trade, right? Just because the gap's small, I said we could probably remanipulate. So now that we remanipulated, see, this is the trade. I literally just said that in live time. Okay. Honestly, this gap's low-key too small. I probably shouldn't have taken that. But it's fine. I will take this. I just need to see, do we have news? Because if we have news, we're going to get trendline inspection. No, we have nothing in red folder, so. Okay, I will take this. And I'll take this full size. It is kind of on the trend line, but I mean, we should run this. We're in a macro time too. Let's see. So there's break even mechanically. Break even trade. Interesting. Another setup here. I think we broke the 2 and 3 though. Yeah. Why do I not have ES up? That's a blunder. Okay. I like it. Do you always want R? Basically. Kind of depends. I think this setup works too. Not gonna lie. But we have no delivery. Yeah. So I thought the low, getting a long here, but we have delivery. Am I bearish? Like, what's my bias here? We're between two gaps. I'm not really anything. I think I'd rather wait for that low to get swept. I don't know if he will though. Maybe not. Okay, that's fine. Reswept the high. Probably like a 5-minute here. Maybe a 3. Okay. We have a 3-minute. I don't know if I like this though. Swept that high. Are we holding this hourly? We close above the hourly. I don't like any of this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna go next day. I don't like any of that. I entered the 5-minute long with 4 micros. It was my risk, but the entry candle went so fast to the downside. I closed my position in seconds without thinking because the candle went so down. Then the candle didn't close below the inversion, and it was looking like the hammer candle. Then I re-entered in the same trade. Then I didn't go break even the second one, and it was also a loss. So what is your suggestion? You're not following the model. So you enter a trade and you instantly start seeing drawdown. Why do you close? Because you're fearful of taking a loss, but a loss hasn't actually happened until you click that sell button, right? Like your stop loss. So you just need to follow the model. What's up, Sebastian? Bias is kind of like everywhere right now. We're just between two gaps. We're in a 15-minute gap. That's obvious. I don't mind a short, but I think I'd be bullish here. Like I won't mind a short from here, and then I'd want a long from here. Like I'm just playing a range, to be honest. Like if we see good displacement off this. Oh, this is a rejection block. See, like I think this works, but I'm not gonna take it. Okay, good thing I didn't take it. Maybe a resweep with a high. Maybe not. Okay, there's a resweep with a high. Let's see if we get a soup off of this. Looking like we're displacing through it. This long works. Would have been break even. It's just too high though. So I think that we want buy side. So now we took out buy side, and then we should be in a bearish 4-hour gap. So this is where I'd be looking for a short, preferably. Like this would be the prime spot for a short. Probably like a 3-minute. I'll take this 3. Or not. Okay. Remanipulated above. We do have a 5. We do have a 3. I'm gonna take this. So do I need the SMR here? So we have a significant gap and we have an insignificant gap. But we have good displacement. I'm pretty sure. I can check actually. Move 67 points. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Maybe that's not enough actually. 18 times 5. It's actually not enough displacement, so I am gonna wait for the significant gap here. Alright, I'm gonna enter up right there. I like that reaction. Stop's gonna be above this high, and I'm gonna target 1-1. So now we broke that significant gap. The momentum through this was not enough. But yeah, I'd go break even probably here. Let's just see how this works. So here's your break even. Now I just want to see price hit my break even because it hates me. Alright, cool. Is it stuck? Is it fine? Okay. Unfortunate. Could just be bullish. Resweep the highs. I don't like any of this. Not gonna lie. Alright, see where we are. Still in that bearish 4-hour. So I'd be looking for shorts from the top, and then if we come back down here, maybe we see 50% of this range. That would be like the best case scenario, but I don't know if we'll get that. Honestly, if we come back in this far and get a long, I wouldn't mind that. I think I'd be bearish right now. We actually have a data high. Okay, we do not have a data high anymore. I'm not gonna force a short though. I did just miss that setup. That's unfortunate. We tapped a 15-minute BPR. Damn. Relatively close below. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, I would have taken this. So, mitigation block. I mean, we swooped out these highs, tapped a 50-minute, get a death candle through a 1-minute. Have a good break-even internal low. I mean, I would take this every day of the week. Targeting relative equal lows below. But that's kind of far. But I mean, we should at least hit this because it's the low inside of a fair value gap. So there's break even, and then want to see this low get hit. All right, there's your scale. So 75% out there. These are stacked lows. So because we broke this, and this is a significant gap, we should see price come to here. But I mean, it's not guaranteed. This would be my final take profit. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna trail stop above this high because now we have an inversion here. So now if we come back up and we don't hit this low, we're cooked. I'm gonna trail stop above that. Alright, there's final take profit. Cool. I don't trade mitigation blocks. I'm just using different fancy words, Tanya. That's funny. No, I mean, mitigation blocks are failed breaker blocks. So it's like you get a high, low, and you fail to make a higher high, and then you get a lower low. It's to me, it's just like an order block. I don't really use them, but they just sound fancy. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just throw it in there. That's literally what ICT does. He just rebranded half of his shit, but that's fine. All right. Anyways, good trade there. So again, I was like not confirmed bullish because we're like pretty overbought here. We have relative equal lows here. And we're still in that bearish 4 hour. So this is like a super reaction to hindsight. And this is a lot of unbalanced price. Breaker is a failed order block and a mitigation is a failed breaker. Correct. Well, actually, a breaker is not a failed order block. It's an inverse order block. You know what I mean? Like it's not, the order block gets put in, but then we just inverse it. Okay. Yeah, that was a sexy trade. Alright. Let's see. What am I looking for? Okay, so you guys see how we came down and we rebounced at 4? That's what I was expecting. And I said if we get along from there, I would just take it because 50% of this is not like guaranteed. Especially if we're in a buy model, we're just gonna pump to like the next buy side, which these relative equal highs is definitely my target right now. So I would be bullish here. Dream scenario, kind of in no man's land. I think we go for these stacked highs, but I don't really see like, I don't really know actually. We souped that this low, but there's no like gap down here. I'm just gonna play price and play what I see, because I actually just don't know. Wow. Okay, we have news. That's cool. So we have NFP. So literally any long from souping out this low, like anything from here would be good, I would say. So I'd want to see like a remanipulation down, and then I want to see a V shape right now, maybe. Ooh, interesting. 1 minute long. Ooh, 30-second. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take this. I am gonna take this, but I think I'm gonna get in. Hold on. Did we hit 50? Yeah, we hit 50 to the tick. That's actually so nice. I mean, this is like this is an A+ trade. I would lose on this trade every single day of the week because, I mean, like I'm gonna take it, but I was gonna take it half size and then wait for this to break, just in case we are in a bearish trend day. Maybe I shouldn't though. Do I just thug it out and take it, like full size? This is a little wicky, but it's still a good close. Alright, I'm gonna take it half size, just because I actually don't know why. I don't know why I have a bad feeling about this. But, okay, I'm gonna take it half size, and then I'll add in my position if we get displacement. Okay, can I get in a market order, please? If we get displacement over this significant gap, I'm going to add my rest of my position. Okay, so we do break this fair value gap. Wait, do we? We actually don't. My break even. Actually, this is a break even trade. What am I saying? That's literally my break even. Well, that's unfortunate. So it would have been a break even trade because you go break even in this high inside this gap. So that's fine. I am gonna re-enter though. I am gonna re-enter off that. So we break that significant gap and then we put it in an order block. I'm gonna re-enter here again. Half size. Because we're not, it's not market open, and I feel like we could maybe consolidate here. Let's see though. Failed to resweep the high. Okay, stop that. Yeah. Did we resweep this high? Oh, we did. Never mind. That's not even a loss. Oh my god. I thought we didn't resweep that high. Well, that would have been a break even. So let me go fix that. So I just went out of taking the trade. Well, I would have taken the trade, but I would have been right there. You see how this high gets reswept? So that's where you go break even. You do not want to see a stall here, or you just trail stop below this order block, because this is an order block. You have a high right here. This should get respected, and then we violate it right there. So I probably would have just trail stopped below this OB and then taken like a $50 loss or something. But yeah, that's fine. But if this didn't resweep this high, it would have been a loss. But you guys see why I take that half risk, like that one, like. I don't know. Sometimes when I see these NFP and like these pre-market trades, like sometimes they just like consolidate. Re-entering when an internal high got hit is allowed in the strategy. No, but do you see how? Okay, the only reason I re-entered. Do you see this gap, Hernancho? Do you see how price held this algorithmically and we didn't close above? So this is a significant gap. Then I saw that get breaking with momentum and we put in an order block and we respected the 2022. Like we came back in this BPR, delivered out of that strong. So I was convinced we'd go back to here. But yeah, so I'm still taking an inversion. I'm not just re-entering because just re-enter because I see a good candle. You know what I mean? So now I'd want to see, I don't even know. We do have an unfilled 5 above, so I'd still be looking for longs. Probably just wait for like market open. Okay, there's market open. So we go take the unfilled 5-minute out. No good entry. Oh, did we? No, never mind. Did we take it? Oh yeah, we did. No, it's fine. I was gonna say I might have entered here because we broke this, and we actually made relative equal highs here. But whatever, it's fine. Live time probably would have missed that. There's probably like a 5-minute here now. Yeah, I'm gonna take this 5. So smart money reversal here. Low high, lower low, higher high. We actually have not gotten the entry. Where's time frame? Why is time frame closes not on my chart? Let me fix that real quick. Anybody who said how do I put the thing? Oh wait, it's here. Wait, isn't it here? Countdown to bar close. Wait, it's on. Oh, it closed. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Okay. So, here's an example. Do you guys see this wiki close? So, there's a couple things I can do. Off this wick close, I don't like the close here. So, I'm going to try this half size. And then, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add in my position if I see confirmation through like a lower time frame. I'm just experimenting here. Yeah, so I'm going to go to the 30-second, and I'm going to see if we get some type of confirmation candle, and then I'll add in. So let me play price. Okay. I do like that candle, and we did just put a 30-second order block after coming off this fair value gap. So now I'm going to add in. Am I in full position? I think I'm in full position. I'm going to say I'm in full position. Okay, well that's unfortunate. Let's see. Okay, there's break even. FX replay is so buggy. I don't know why it does that. I just want to see this accelerate. Alright, there's take profit. Did I make full size? Yeah, I did. I was at 400. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I got in more once I saw this 30-second order block get put in, which was, where was that? I'm so slow. Here or something? Oh no, here. Yeah, here. So I did average in, but obviously that we sent price down lower. That's fine, right? Sometimes it's not always gonna be picture perfect, but we just get a rebalance and trade still worked out. So that's a W. So that's good. So next session. Um, but yeah, I would take that 5 every day of the week. Okay, we're just bullish, right? So it came out 50%. Super bullish here. Inverted this hourly. I am bullish to buy side. I just want to see continuation longs. Dream scenario, we come down, sweep out this low, get along, or honestly sweep out this low. Let's see if we have like an unfold hourly below. We do have a couple. So I'll just play price here, see how we react to this high. But I definitely would not be shorting. I'd just be looking for longs. I'd be bearish to be bullish. You know what I mean? But yeah. So, okay, we do miss out buy side, which is really good. We death candle at 9 o'clock, which I don't know what that's about. Genuinely, I don't know what that's about. Actually, did I just miss a 30-second? No, I didn't. Okay. Why would we death candle at 9 o'clock? That's very interesting. Here's a rejection block play, but I'm not gonna take that. It's fine. Resweep. Ooh, I'm in this. Yeah, I'm in this. Okay, that's my play. That's so easy. I would take this every day of the week. 9:30 manipulated down, reswept out these lows. Probably tap this hourly. And then we get a 1-minute inversion to the upside with a good break even. There is a bearish SMT, but I would expect that to break. My stop would be like, I guess here. And then I would take this full size. I do like this trade. To me, this looks like AMD. I just hope I don't get like wicked out. Let's see. Okay. Oh my god. Go back. I was gonna hold runners. My bad. But that worked out perfectly. So I was gonna hold runners here. So I'd scale 75 there. Cause I'm really convinced in buy side, I would hold runners here. Let's just see what happens. Okay. I would have scaled at the 2R mark. So hopefully we just, okay. There we go. Yeah, perfect. 50% out there. Yeah, relative equal highs here. I'm gonna trail stop now below this order block because now we've already mitigated price. If I can hold it. So I'm gonna trail stop below this order block. And then I'm just gonna hold price at least. I'm gonna be mostly all out here. There's relative equal highs. We should go smack these. Alright, so there's relative equal highs. Another 50% out there. I would expect a rebalance now, but maybe we just pump to buy side. And I just like get a absolute crazy trade. I'm gonna trail stop pretty hard here. Come on. There we go. Final TP. Damn, that's a banger. See, you see why I went back? Because I said I was gonna hold runners. I just forgot to move my take profit. But this liquidity pool, I love that 9 o'clock left this buy side right here. Because that's just like, we're just leaving out relative equal highs for the eating. Yeah, that was clean. See, again, you see how this is like on the left side of the curve. It's kind of small, but like you have to trade liquidity. I mean, what does this look like, guys? What does this look like? Boom, boom. All right. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Cool, easy peasy. But yeah, but like in live time, you gotta be quick on that, dude. It's just like so hard to type in okay, you basically have to calculate the contracts, multiply it by 20, then put in the trade of it, then click buy. In the same time, I'm watching like two monitors, so like I need to get quicker with it. Just like reaction time. Um, but yeah, that was a really good trade. I do like that. What would I be looking for now? But you guys see, like, I'm taking a trade almost every day, and that's what I'm not doing in my live time or like my live trading, which is just like, well, I'm not saying to trade every day, but I'm saying try things that make sense. Like, I'm too picky. I just like need to lock in. So we took out buy side, and we got a bearish reaction, right? And we're still actually we inverted this, but there's probably like a there's gonna be like an 8 hour for value gap here. Am I meeting my? That's the thing, Tanya. I'm not meeting my goals. Like I'm making money, but I'm not making as much as I should be. Like I'm not like this week I didn't hit 2R, so I could have hit 2R if I just like traded better. Like it's really simple. But yeah. Anyways, I'm going to look for longs from literally just like here, basically. So let me ask you guys a question. Would you guys marry tapping this 4 hour for value gap right here? This is a problem I was doing. Would you guys like if we sweep out this low? Would you guys look for a long here, or would we marry this? Okay, Rabe is kind of on the right track, but this 4 hour gap. Ever since July, I haven't hit my goals either. Yeah, it's just like we're being too picky. I think I won't as we're expanding. Samuk, are you just like? Did you take how many trades did you take this week? Did you take the OSFLs? Wait for it. Okay, what if I go to like a higher time frame? Let's go to like the 12 hour. Right, if time's fractal. Let's see. Okay, can price load? We are in a daily, but I want to show you something. Okay, do you guys see how this is one gap? Do you guys see how this is one gap? So, yes, the 4 hour gap hasn't hit, but you're in a 12 hour gap, right? If time's fractal, this is still like an imbalance. This is still for value gap to deliver out of. So, marrying this and not looking for a long here is really, really stupid. That's basically what you're saying, Ruben. The 2-minute break even Thursday, the 5-minute loss Friday, and August I barely took trades, faded most of the winning trades. The 2-minute break even Thursday. Oh, the OSFL. How did you get break even? Oh, you just took the okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're being too picky, and then you're like then you settle for like a worse trade because you missed out on the winners. I think that's what's happening. Yeah. Semuk, try the half size thing. Like if you're scared to lose, I think I have some fear in the market still because I hate losing and then like it takes like a whole another like either day to make that back and you feel like you don't make progress. But oh yeah, my bad. I'll check that real quick. But I would just like I'm gonna start taking trades I just like half size. Like whatever. You know what I mean? Like if I like a 2-minute OSFL, just if the draw liquidity is good, but the actual trade's kind of mid, but you think it works, take it half size. Daily long. Wait, the daily long. I'm not even screen sharing this. Hold on. I don't know what. Oh, this long. I see what you're saying. We low-key did leave relative equal highs. I do think we come back to this. What's the point of half size if you're taking half size wins but full size losses that messes up your RR? I'm saying, Gio, I'm not saying take half size. Like I'm saying, what I was saying, you take half size and then you add in your position when you see like a significant gap break. Like if you're not fully confident on the trade when it first plays out, like let's say like you have a wiki close or something, and like you have two options. Either like you don't take it or you take it full size. Try just taking it half size, and then if there's like a significant gap above and that breaks, add on to your position your full size. because that will give you way more confidence. But even if you lose and that wiki close was a telltale sign that it would be a losing trade, you only lose half R. You know what I mean? But I'd rather do that than just miss the trade and then like I take the worst entry full size and then I just get break even like 80% of the time. Like that's just stupid. This daily Bitcoin long looks good. I do like that we left relative equal highs. I just think, I mean, I don't trade Bitcoin. My mom trades Bitcoin. This is kind of a nasty rejection though. I think, okay, I'll say this. If we break this gap, we're going to these lows. I think if we break this gap, we're gonna go at least to this low because this is the gap holding price. As long as this holds, we're bullish. All right, let's get back on track. My mom is 60. No, wait. My mom's like 56. Does Bitcoin has SMT with anything? I honestly don't know. Maybe like, I think gold. Wait, no, I think it's like correlated or something. I don't know. About the same, yeah. Now my mom bought Bitcoin a long time ago. But yeah. Anyways, Ethereum. Low key, this 15-minute long isn't bad. And we got 15 people in here. That's the highest we've had so far. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So I'm bullish here, right? Gonna be looking for longs. Any type of long here is good. I just realized my recording isn't showing my P&L. That's unfortunate. Let me change that. Okay. So 50% of this range, this swing low to this swing high, hit discount or still on discount. Okay. So yeah, any long here. If we blast about this 15-minute, I think I might try that. We also have this 5-minute, and we would get a smart money reversal. So let's just play price, see what we get. Okay, we fail to close above. We actually have a really algorithmic bearish close. So, right, you cannot tell me there's not an algorithm. Interesting. This 5 minutes long that price. I feel like I wouldn't be longing until that breaks. I think when this gap breaks, I think we go up though. Dude, you cannot tell me there's not an algorithm. Like, do you guys you guys see this? This close is perfect to the tick like for a reason. It's unbelievable. Again, the 5 minutes holding down price, so is this 1 minute. I need to see remanipulation. I don't mind this too, because now we souped out these lows, and this looks like AMD. And if this is going to be low of day, this is protected. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to take this. Yeah. I think I'm going to try that. Bro, geeking over an algorithm? It's so algorithmic, Gio. Don't give me that bullshit. Nuts. You got balls? What do you mean? Do I like this trade? This is holding down price. I will say that, but we're getting good displacement off souping these lows. Break even would technically be this high. I mean, we should go hit this at least. Let's see. Or I just get insta-wrecked. Okay, maybe I should have waited for the significant gap to break there. That's completely fine. I think I would take that loss every day of the week. Do you guys just see how this holds, though? Yeah. Pretty crazy. That's fine. So one loss. Cool. Move on. Look for another setup. I'd want to see a long here. Alright. I would take... We're in a 2. We're in a 3. What's the highest time frame for value gap here? 4, 5. I'll take this 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so obviously fading that 1 minute's good because you're not taking the highest time frame fair value gap in that leg. So now this is kind of looking like a failed soup. Time to revenge trade. No. This is kind of looking like a failed soup. You guys see how we're displacing past this low? So, and we just had a 4-hour close. We did hold this though. Maybe we're bearish for these lows, but that's not confirmed until like at 4-hour breaks. So if we, but I wouldn't take the first inverse up now. I'd want to wait for some confirmation, like a smart money reversal or something. Or maybe the highest time frame gap in the leg, which would be this 5-minute. If we get this 5-minute, I'll probably try this. If we get good displacement. So we do hold it there. Yeah, so no close. So this is, to me, looking more like a sell model, honestly. Get an inversion here with an SMT. Interesting. 11 o'clock. 4-hour for rally gap still holding price. And we're getting along. Do we have liquidity above? We're in a bearish 15. Interesting. I've got lost. What happened with the previous momentum back up? Which one? What, this? This loss. I took a loss here. But this loss, because the significant gap held price. So maybe I shouldn't have taken this, but I did like the V shape, and to me this looked like AMD. After that loss, oh, we went back up, and then we 930 wicked up here, failed to close above the gap. That's significant. That held price. And then we dumped, and then this was gonna be a long off of a 5-minute, but the 5-minute never closed. But now we have this long, and I'm low-key liking this long. Not gonna lie. Are you serious, bro? I wait for one more candle, and that's the candle we get. Alright, I'm gonna take this. Yes, this kind of looks sell model-y, but we have an SMT at the lows, and that's a lot of displacement. I think at least we go back to the high. If I lose on this, I'd be done for the day, and that would be my 2 losses. Maybe I should have. I think I actually should have taken. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have taken this one half size. Because the significant gap is obvious and we're not sweeping out major lows. I should have taken this half size, lost on this half size, and then maybe this one wins full size. But yeah. I'm taking a 5-minute long here. If this loses, I'll be done for the day. Okay, so is there an SMT that high? There is an SMT at that high, so I think I'm going to go break even there. We shouldn't really pull back. Okay, so there's the actual break even. Probably going to be a break even trade. So break even trade there. That's fine. Yeah. I do like this 1-minute confirmation setup. We don't get it. We continue to sell off more. Alright, 1 minute long here. I don't really like this though. Yeah, it fails. Another 1 minute long with an SMT. Still holding the 4-hour for value gap, technically. Or in an 8-hour. I mean, I probably shouldn't just be looking for longs here. That's the issue. These are stacked highs though. And we have an SMT. I mean, these are stacked highs. Maybe this gets. This is trendline liquidity. I'm gonna try this. If this fails, again, last trade of the day, you just be it, man. Just get off. Go next. So these are stacked highs, and we're kind of breaking the trend. I'd probably go break even at this high. Okay, I stopped out. All right, next day. Cool. Yeah, probably just fading the bias there. I did like the trend on liquidity though. That's fine. We just move. I am bearish here, I think. Well, we did hold this 4-hour, right? So I said we weren't gonna be bearish until we broke that, and we didn't break it. But I wouldn't mind a short from here. Like literally this short right here I would take. I think. 828, 829. Yeah, I think I would take this 30-second. Yeah, I mean, why would I not take this? I would literally get in here. Stop with that high. Let me just look around real quick. Souping at a 15-minute high inside of an hourly for value gap. tap that. You get good displacement. You have a 30-second inversion to the downside with a lot of momentum. The only reason this fails is because we're on a trend line, I guess. But I mean, I would take this, I think. Okay. Wow. Oh, we had news. Never mind. I would not have taken that. Bruh. I didn't know we had news. My bad. Okay. So I would not have taken that. Because no one's taking a trade on 1 minute before news. Alright, there's news. So yeah, I mean that's fine. If we invert this hourly, I'm bullish. So I think I'm probably gonna be bullish here. And then I'd use this news candle as support to see price run higher. There's market open. So I'd be looking. There's no 30-second there. Okay, I want to see a run lower first because we are leaving trendline liquidity above. So there's my run lower, and then there's my inversion. Cool. Alright, I will take this. We did miss 50, but I wouldn't marry 50 because it's just like, it's just in a void. Like 50 right here is just like, I don't wait for 50. I don't know. Did we get an hourly inversion? We did. And this is like, nah, I would not wait for 50 here. I would take this. Personally. Yeah, I would take this. Because of the hourly inversion. Break even at this high. Alright, there's break even. Price needs to accelerate. Alright, there's TP1. I'll scale 75%. So I'll go over why I didn't wait for 50 in a second. Low resistance liquidity above. We are breaking it, so I just want to see price accelerate here. So wherever 2R is, probably take some more off this high. Alright, scale off another 50 there. I'm going to trail stop below this low, and I'm going to aim for the high of the range. And final take profit hit. Bang! So, you went TP1 at the bodies. Herancho, I TP at 1-to-1R every time. Just because of break even. This is fire. So let me explain to you why we do not need... Yeah, Robey, this is a good trade. So let me explain to you why I don't wait for 50% here. So who would have waited for 50% here? Don't be hindsight. Like who genuinely would have seen this and been like, oh, we missed 50. Okay. We have to understand liquidity, right? Does 50% align with anything here? If we're bullish, right? I would agree with you. Wait for 50% if we did not get this inversion. You see how we break this hourly gap? So what are we playing off of? We're just playing off of a higher time frame inversion to the upside, right? Exactly. Like, I mean, close enough, sure. But you also see, do you guys see how we just tap in this hourly gap? I don't want to see this hourly gap get, like, dug in a lot because you're just playing this inversion. And this inversion also holds up price. You see how this holds up price as support? So we come back in this hourly, and then, yeah, we get close to 50%, but I'm not going to marry that because we have low resistance liquidity up here. And this to me just looks like a soup, V-shape up, off the hourly, banger trade. Easy. Cool, next step. So you're constantly looking at all time frames? Yeah. I look at other time frames. I look at higher time frame inversions. I see, does it make sense for price to reach 50%? Sometimes no, right? And if you, let's say in lifetime you get a little hesitant. We miss 50%, but you still think it's good, and you kind of want to put some risk on the table, just take it half size. And if you start seeing it displaced, maybe add in, or maybe just don't add in. Just take the 1 or half size. Cool. You know what I mean? Like, don't be so stressed out because you're like fearful of losing. But yeah, I am bullish still here. This is a high inside of daily for value gap. Really obvious strong liquidity. Yeah, nothing really else much to say. Dream scenario, I think we left a 4-hour gap unfilled, so we did leave this. Honestly, dream would be come back and fill this, but I don't think we come back to here. I think we first go hit this buy side. So I wouldn't mind a long, maybe like I actually just don't know where I want along. I'm just gonna play price. I think we could go run buy side first. So we do have 8:30 news there. We actually do leave. Oh, did I just miss an OSFL? Yeah, I did. Would I have taken this? Is this 50% of this 15-minute? Yeah, it is. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like don't love the setup. Okay, it works. That's fine. Actually, what have I been break even? Yeah, actually, wow. Maybe you don't go break even. We resweep this internal high and then you get bottom ticked. I just don't like how high we are in general. Like, I'd rather us go ahead buy side and take a short than take that long. But it is an OSFL. Maybe I should have tried that half size. But whatever. I'm fine missing that. To me, that was just like, I don't know. Something that didn't sit right with me. We left relative equal lows here. ES has also not hit its data high. So if we do get a run lower, okay, never mind. I think we just pump now to maybe buy side. Okay. Wait, did we already take buy side? Where's buy side? I want this high. Like, this high should be getting... These are stacked highs, so we should see all these highs get ran in succession. So I'd still be bullish here. Unless there's a SMT, then I would be looking for a short. No, there's no SMT. Interesting, okay. That's fine. I'd still look for the buy side, though. Like, I'd still be bullish here. If we come lower, that's fine. Maybe we don't need that high, but I wouldn't mind a long out the 4 for value gap. But yeah, that'd be pretty good. It's kind of low though. Let me check the daily. 8 hour. Okay. This is a pretty bearish reaction. I think if we close below this hourly, like, okay, I'd be looking for a long right now. But if we don't get a long here and we close below the hourly, I would probably be married to the 4 hour for value gap. But if we hold this hourly and we get a long right now, I'd be in this. So, wait, did we just... Yeah, so I actually would have taken this 2 minute. So again, would I wait for this 1 minute? No. I don't think you can add on to like positions in FX replay. I just realized, like, it doesn't average you in. It's really weird. I feel like I would take this 2 minute. I would take this half size and then add in if the 1 minute breaks. Just because there is an obvious 1 minute. Like, that is an obvious 1 minute. But I'd still want to be in this play. So let's say I take this 2, and then I just play the 1 minute candle. Okay, I'm gonna add in there, right? So now I want to add in my full position. So like here, wait, it's gonna average me like here. So market order. But then my average would be like here, right? So my fill would be here. FX replay really needs to fix this. I don't know why. Okay, so I'd be break even like here, I think. I don't even know, man. It's not averaging me in. Like, anyways. Okay, so it would have break even me regardless if I took the average in entry or I took full position here. Was it protected the high? No. That 4 hour high? No. Because we already took so much outside. Yeah, so, okay, basically in TradingView, you guys know what, this high? This high is not, the data high? Oh, my bad. The data high was not protected. I just thought it was too high. But you probably could have tried that half size. So, you guys understand in like TradingView when you buy and like you average in, like if you add an extra, like if I'm buying in here originally and then I buy more like here, my average becomes like 50 of this. So then my fill is like here, basically. You guys know what I'm saying? So when you average in, your fill does get worse, but it's just extra confirmation. But FX replay just doesn't account that for some reason. I don't mind this. I don't know. Low, high, low, low, higher, high. 30-second SMR, but the high I'm targeting is protected. So actually I'm going to fade this. Yeah, good fade. So, Tanya, just do what works for you. If you don't want to add in, don't add in. That's fine. I'm just doing what works for me. Okay, I'd like that. That's a really good candle. And we are still holding this hourly. Yeah, I would 100% take this, I think. Oh, there's 2 gaps. So I actually need to wait for both 1-minute gaps. So again, I don't need to wait for this significant gap above here because price is now displacing quickly over. Price is displacing with a lot of momentum after sweeping a significant low, right? We're still sweeping out this hourly low. So this is like obvious low, right? So I would take this and I wouldn't wait for the significant gap, which would give the SMR. And also this close isn't bad, so I would not take it half size and add in. I would just take this full size. And if it loses, it loses. Okay, break even trade there. Yeah, I mean, I need to just break even. Okay, so I will re-enter if we break this with a lot of momentum. Like if we get a good candle here. Okay, so that would have failed if I didn't get break even there, but we retake this internal high. And in live time, this is what I've also been experimenting. I don't go break even. Like if we sweep an internal high here and like this is an order block, I'll base off the reaction just so I don't get wicked. But if I see this candle in live time, I'll just take like the $30 loss. Like it's fine. No, I stopped saying that. You are good. Just need more experience. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, just practice. I mean, if you want to practice on paper, adding in is just like, okay, if I usually do 4 contracts, micros, I take 2 here, and then I see confirmation and I add to 2. Like, it's just that. Like, you just, but do what works for you. You can practice on paper, though, and like, if you have in your spare time. Honestly, if we get like crazy momentum up here and we break this, I might try this half size. Okay. I don't like that actually. We left like LRR below. It's actually lunch hour, so going to go next day. I'll look for like one more win. I guess we can call it. Yeah, no, Robe, that's what I'm saying. TradingView does do it for me, but I'm saying like if like whatever the risk is, like if I'm doing 250 risk and it's like for example 6 contracts, if I want to do half risk, which is 125, I would just enter 3. But yeah, we are getting a bear. So I'm bearish here. Unfilled 4 hour below, bearish reaction to the 4 hour, and 1 hour inversion to the downside. Pretty bad close though. So, but literally right now I'm looking for a short internal soup of this high inside of a 15-minute fair value gap. So I'd be looking for maybe this 5-minute. Let's see if it remanipulate above. We are getting good momentum down. I don't mind this 3. High, low, high, high, lower, low. Significant. Okay. I don't know if I like the. I do like this. I'm gonna take this. I don't know whether to take this full size though. Because I could add in once this 5-minute once this breaks. It's a pre-market trade. We are getting good displacement. So I don't need to wait, right? Like this is enough displacement. They leave equal highs above, but they don't matter. Actually, they kind of do matter. Because they are at swing highs. Okay, I'll take... Ooh. Actually... Let me play... I don't know if I am convinced. Let me play 30-second real quick. This could just go invalid. Okay, it goes invalid. Alright, it would have been break even regardless. I didn't like how this 1 minute didn't close. And we left equal highs above. So yeah, nah. This price action also looks choppy. Most of the I passed like 3 on my own, then the rest, yeah, news. Okay, I'll turn back bullish. Actually, I think the next spot I'll be looking for shorts is here. Yeah, we broke this 15, so I'm bullish to this high, I think. Yeah. Brian. So much bullish, it's crazy. Yeah, Brian, what does bullish mean? Alright, we get a Judas wing down. We soup out a 15-minute low inside of a fair value gap. I don't mind this. They're actually... Oh. There is a bearish chest. Wait, no, there's not. But yeah, there is. There is a bearish SMT with ES. 30-second back up. I feel like this is so unbelievably strong. Rising share prices. Brian, get out of my stream, bro. Can you quiz the class? I do, Brian. I don't know if I actually don't like this setup. I don't know why. I don't know what is guys, Brian's my IRL, yeah. Would you guys take this? We're sweeping out a 50-minute low inside a 50-minute fair value gap, and you have a 30-second inversion to the upside. Is there a 930 wick to target? No 930 wick to target. I'm gonna take this half size. Yeah. I don't know why my gut's telling me to wait. Like, I don't know why this seems so significant. I think I'm just gonna wait. Okay. Alright. Did we break that? Oh, wow. Okay. So we break it there. Damn, maybe I should enter half size. Like I said I would have. Trend line there. Okay. Alright, whatever. Miss it. Oh, did we hit buy side? I was gonna look for a short. No, we haven't. Okay. I probably should have just entered that half size like I said I would have. But that's fine. Gueda's in here. Interesting. Yeah, this is a good setup. I don't know. Something just threw me off here. Just like the significance of that gap. But that's fine. You could have just taken that half size and then added in once that broken, which that's what I should have done. I'm bullish till this high and I'm looking for shorts. So now I'd be looking for a short. And we also have a bearish SMT. So I do like this 30-second inversion if we get it. Really bad displacement. Yeah, that's horrible. I don't mind this. So we are sweeping out a higher time frame high. We are leaving like trendline liquidity below, and we get an inversion 1 minute with a lot of momentum. So I don't need to wait for the smart money reversal. Let me see so 36 points, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, so that's enough. I'll take this. If it loses, it loses. Move on. All right. What's my target? kind of like I have like these lows are low resistant. We also have a bear system T. My target, I guess, I don't really have like a good, amazing like. I just think it works. Like I think we suit this. Just like these lows, like these lows kind of look low resistant to me. But whatever, we'll see. All right, break even trade, right? Yeah, okay. So it would have been a break even. We reset the internal low, so that's fine. Um, we actually did hold this gap. Maybe I should have done that thing where I like wait. If we break, oh, we did break the significant gap. Ooh, should I have waited then? Oh no, the 2 minute held. Okay. If this 2 minute breaks, I might re-enter. But yeah. Let's see. So 2 minute fails to break there. Okay, 2 minute breaks there, but now it's invalid. So I think we run lower maybe. Yeah. But no valid entry. So now we're actually forming some trendline liquidity. I don't mind this short either. If we get a good candle, which we don't. This kind of sucks. I'd probably just go next day. Yeah, I don't like any of this. That short's not bad, but I don't know. Which was a significant gap. There's a 1 minute and 2 minute. I just like, yeah. It was just like choppy. So yeah, we ended up going higher. Okay. So did we take out this high? No, we haven't. So I'm looking for shorts once we sweep out this high, but right now I'm bullish to it. So I'm looking for longs. To that high. I think that's the draw on liquidity. So I'd want to see dream scenario. Actually, a long probably from right here would be fine. Because we are sweeping out a low and a gap. This, okay. We have a wiki close. Yeah, I don't like that close. Is there an SMT? There is an SMT. Okay, I'm gonna take this setup, but I'm gonna take it half size because the close is wiki. And then if I see displacement, I'll average in, I think. Because it is a V shape, but the entry would have been here. It's like I would take this. Ah, that is such a wiki close though. Huh. We have an unfilled 3 right here. That'd be my break even. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll just take it half size and then average in if the 3 breaks, I think. And if it loses, it loses. Okay, yeah, it lost. Yeah, that's fine. So half size. That is the spot where I'd be looking for long. Next spot for long would be this low though. So that's like where half size comes into play. Like that is a spot for long. We had an SMT, but the close is kind of mid. So, but I still didn't mind that. Okay, we remanipulate then. Okay, interesting. I wouldn't mind a long if this 5 breaks. And the reason I'm saying that is because we have a 1 minute SMR. Low, high, lower, low, higher, high breaker. So 1 minute SMR here with a 3 minute inversion targeting an unfilled 15. So it's a mech model. Yeah, I don't mind this. I'm gonna get in there. We remanipulated below the low. We did break the 15 though, but the 15 is not significant. The 5 minute is. Like if the 5 minute holds here, it's fine. I think I'd be in this. Did I miss the entry? No, that's the entry. Yeah, I like this. So SMR 5-minute did hold. All right, there's your break even. That's the unfilled 15. And break even trade, that's fine. Okay. Damn. Break even did not save me there. That's fine. Once this buy side hits, so buy side hit like I said it would. Just no solid entry to it. I'd be looking for a short now. Okay. So, wow. A lot of displacement down. I think this 5 minutes is just huge stop loss. Maybe a confirmation setup would do it. Bro, can we play price? There's a 30-second right here. If we get a good death candle through it, I'll try it, I think. Okay, we don't. So we're probably just going to go back to the highs. And now I would look for a short, because now we remanipulated above. Maybe a 3-4 minute. Don't hate this 4. Okay. There's also a 3. I'm gonna wait for the 3 to close too. Alright, I'm in there. Yeah, I don't mind that. Good displacement off of soup. Good internal low to target for break even. Good V shape, good momentum. The 5 minute actually would be the play, and that's what I'm taking basically. What do you think about knock on break even on SMR? I think break even is a save. I don't know, Hernancho. Honestly, I don't know. I just like go break even. Why is it not significant? What are you talking? What's not significant? Is this enough momentum? Yeah, no, this is fine. This looks fine. Okay, there's a break even. Want to see this just displaced through that low. Or just get break even. Okay, break even trade. Whatever. Maybe a confirmation setup. This price action just seems a little weird. Like it's like slow. Sluggish. I don't mind this 3 minute. The close is actually just in Narnia though. Low, high, lower, low. 1 minute SMR. You are targeting a protected low, but we still took out a buy side here. I don't know. I think. Go ahead, stop, bro. B's a must, yeah. I don't know if I want to take this. I'm gonna take this half size, and then I think I'll add in if we break this 5 minute gap. Just because the target is the target's high resistant, so I don't like the target, but I like the fact that we remanipulated above and got an SMR. Okay, break even trade. That would have been a break even. So if that the new internal low, I have to wait. Alright, cool. Yeah, I don't like any of this. This is horrible. This is all bad. Maybe we go resweep the highs. So now we resweep the highs. It is lunch hour. Okay, I'm gonna take this. I like that. I like that displacement. We're in a 5 minute though. Oh, I'm actually just shorting it out of their gaps. Nah, I won't take that then. Yeah, would have technically failed. I'm just gonna go next day. I don't like any of this. It was shorting at a higher time frame gaps. That's just a no-go for me. Alright, I'm looking for one more win. That's all I want. Is one more win. Let's see. Okay. In a daily gap. Alright. Yes, we inverted that actually. I think I'm just leaning bullish here. But yeah, bullish. Probably just a long from this low getting swept. And like 50% of this range, which is at that low. That looks pretty good. Alright, is that news? Maybe that's news. What day is this? Tuesday. 8:30. Yeah, that is news. So we do have a data high. Kind of. It's kind of small. SMT at the low. I just missed the setup. We have SMT here, right? Yeah. Okay. So I would be taking this. I just missed it, which is unfortunate. So I would take this because now we have an SMT. So that is that's a form of manipulation. So we don't need to sweep out that low. I didn't see it in live time. Go break even here. SMT at the low. V shape. Break in a 1 minute. Good momentum. Break even there. That's probably going to be break even trade if I had to guess. Yeah, break even trade. That's fine. Does break even save us? Break even saves us. Cool. There's market open. I want to see this low get ran now. We actually don't break that low. That's crazy. SMT held. Yeah. Okay. So SMT did hold. I do think we go lower first. Yeah. The reason I thought we go lower first, this wick we just left was just manipulation to rebalance that 15-minute. So this 1 minute long right here I'll take if we get it. Wow, this price action. I forgot. This is August, right? Yeah. Okay. I will take this. We do have a significant gap above, but again, we're souping out a higher time frame low. So if we're souping a higher time frame low and we have good displacement, we do not need to wait for the smart money reversal. So take this. Break even is here. And if it loses, it loses. Are we uncorrelated? Where is this? This is just SMT. Yeah, it's just SMTs. Data high above. Okay. Wow, I just got wrecked. Did I miss something? Oh. Maybe we're just uncorrelated. Should I have not taken that because we're uncorrelated? Let me think. Where's ES? ES is... Why is it ES at Hive Day? Interesting. I still think we go higher, though. ES is leaving so much trendline liquidity. Yeah, that's fine. That's a fine loss. It's also August, so just expect, like, some steps are going to fail. I will take this 2 minute SMR. Okay. So there's a 1 minute. You see how this 1 minute long fails? Just because, like, this gap's significant, and now I'm not convinced off of soup, so I want to wait for the SMR now. So that one I fade. So now we go lower. Alright, here's another long. I think we're bearish. No, we actually soup out these. So yeah, I'd be looking for a long right here. This long is good too. 1 minute inversion, sweep out 50-minute lows, V shape. Have that data high still above. I mean, smart money reversal. So it's a pattern of a breaker block and a CSD, and then either an inversion or a 2022 model. Break even be here, I think. Alright, there's break even. I'm gonna go break even there because now we reset the internal high. Just want to see this accelerate. Alright, there's TP. So I will scale there. 75% out there. Let's scale more at this high in this gap. So I'm gonna scale some more there. 50% out there. I'm gonna trail stop below this order block. We should go hit maybe like here. Now I don't really know, to be honest. Like, okay, I got stopped out in profit, which, ooh, see, that's unfortunate. Okay. Maybe I should not have trailed stopped that order block, but I honestly, I'm fine with that because this is an order block paired with a fair value gap, and this is a lot of momentum. So I thought this would be put as a breakaway gap, but we did rebalance it, and I just missed out on a lot of profits. Damn, whatever, that's fine. Why did I take the trade? V shape, 15-minute low gets swept inside of a 15-minute BPR. You have a V shape, good momentum, break of fair value gap. I'm not longing into higher time frame fair value gaps. We broke everything. Yeah, and good internal high to target as a break even. And I'm also still bullish here because, again, if you look at ES, do you guys see ES? Do you see how I just said we have all this trendline liquidity? I said, like, I knew we were gonna run this, right? This is really obvious on ES. And then Nasdaq had that data high still, which it is far away, but I was more looking at ES. I just got stopped out on my runner, which really sucks. But I would be all out here because now we have a bearish S&P at the highs. So SMR is like this pattern. It's basically like, so we'll be done there because we've done a pretty long session today. So like low, high, lower low, higher high, low, high, lower low, higher high, and then this is your breaker. So you have a breaker and you have a CISD, and then you either pair that with an inversion here, or it's like a 2022 model with a fair value gap here. So that's like a definition of smart money reversal. It's just where smart money usually gets in, and it's like a pattern that works really well. But yeah, let's look at the statistics. Today was a little rougher. Not horrible. Not horrible though. You know what I mean? Alright. So these are the stats. Not bad. Could have been better, but you know, sometimes I hesitate on certain things that maybe do work, maybe don't work. But it doesn't matter, right? How only 2 break evens? I have no idea. I think sometimes it counts some break evens as wins and then some break evens as losses. But it's fine. Just look at the month. All I care about is the P&Ls. Because I mean, if you're making money, you're making money. So 1, 2, 3 losing days. But do you guys see how some of these losing days are the half risk ones, right? Maybe I shouldn't have taken them in live time, but if they work, I'm gonna regret not taking them. And even though I lose on them, it's only half risk. Like whatever, I make it back the next day. So, but what am I also seeing? I'm literally taking a trade almost every day. I actually did take a trade every single day. So I didn't. Not every day, but most days I did take trades. So I need to just take more trades in lifetime. Just try shit out. Because I would say 80% of the things I think work, they end up working, and I just don't take them. Alright, does anybody have any questions or trades they want me to review, or psychology questions, or anything like that? If not, I'm going to wrap it up. To risk 1% on a 50K, how many minis or micros should you buy? You don't do specific micros. So I got a paper trading here. If I'm on a 50K account, do you use this tool, like the limit order tool? Oh, you can't see my screen. Hold on. Alright. Like this. Yeah, it depends on size of stop. Just use the 50K tool, or not the limit order tool. So if I'm taking an inversion, right? So if I'm taking that 2-minute inversion on Friday, you know what I'm talking about, Sir Dannon? This 2-minute inversion, I'll use this tool, this long position, right? And then I'll okay, my stop's here. Right click, create limit order. So if I want to risk 0.5%, let's see. Oh, I'm on minis. Hold on. Also, do not trade minis. You're not trading minis. You're trading micros on a 50K. Where am I going? Thursday. Okay. So yeah, it depends on the size of the stop. So Sir Dan, to make sure you're watching, click the limit order, right click, create limit order. I want to risk 0.5%. So 0.5%, wait, percent of bounce, percent risk. Yeah, so percent risk, so that's 3 micros. So that will do how much I want to risk. What trades are you adding in this testing that you would hesitate or skip before? I added in setups that I may have a wiki close, but or like there's a significant gap above, but like I still think we reversed there, and that's like instead of not being in the trade at all, I just took it half risk, and then I would add in if we get like good momentum. But some win, some lose. So some trades I would add in, some trades I didn't, and then I just take a loss. But like that loss is so little that I just make it back in my wins. Go to a long position, right? Right click, create limit order, go to risk percent bounce, and then just type in 0.5. And then this is your stop loss. The end of the box is your stop loss, and this is your take profit. And then this is your risk to reward. You see what I'm saying? But yeah. Alright, is anybody else when to not wait for SMR? You do not wait for an SMR. Okay. Do not wait for an SMR if the, how do I spell this, displacement is good off a soup. It doesn't need to be a high time frame like low or high, but it needs to be an obvious low or high. Like it should make sense in terms of liquidity. Right, so like here, you see how we soup out an obvious low inside of fair value gap. I do not need an SMR here if the momentum is good enough, and the momentum was good enough. What is a soup exactly? A soup is any low or high getting swept. Any like obvious low, any obvious high getting swept, and then you get a reaction to the opposite side, right? So like these lows get souped, then we go up. These highs get souped, we go down, right? It doesn't necessarily need to be in a fair value gap, no. Reliable pin the screenshot. I know, but I can't post it. I'm not allowed to post it because you made it. I know what screenshot you're talking about. I'm not gonna lie, I do not want to go find that though. That's like deep in his chat. But yeah, I mean, I'm just repeating what he said. So it's like, yeah, you do not need I can just write it. You do not need to wait for an SMR if displacement is good off a soup. That's literally it. What am I even saying? Yeah, that's it. Right? Do you guys understand that? So if we get good displacement, you do not need to wait for the significant gap, which is like this. There's a 2 minute here, right? So I should have taken this, but I didn't like the wiki close. I should have just taken this half risk. Okay, take that half risk, right? Okay, now we get inversion. Bruh, hold up. Boom, take it half risk, 1 con in. Get this inversion, add the rest into my position, stop loss below the inceptions, take profit to data high, and take profit. Cool. Now do you trade MNU? You should have been trading this. You gotta see the contract rollover. I think contract rollover is like next. Oh my god, is it next week, bro? I can't even be bothered. Hold on. Let me see where this is. I think it's late next week. I think I will not be trading that day. What are the dates? Okay, hold on. NQZ. First trade, last trade. Wait, no, this is not correct. I think it's like September. Is it 19th of September? Is that the day? Do you have the link? Where did you get that? If you have the link, send it. I'm still losing most trades close to 90%. In my case, does it make sense to just fade myself? Plus TV, what are we like taking? Like I don't even understand what you're taking. Cause like you're just not waiting for. Okay, did you take this inversion? Did you take any part of this OSFO? Did you take this week? I would say there were two trades that you genuinely should have taken. Like in my opinion, the rest are like subjective. I would say you should have taken this. I didn't even take this because I'm a fucking dumbass, right? Live time, I hesitated, and then I waited for this, got break even. You should have taken this, maybe half size, averaged in here. Yeah, but this, you don't need to wait. Like, okay, I'll say this. In this scenario, if there was not a data high right here, I would not have taken this. I probably wouldn't even have taken this half size. I would have just waited for this, and then I would have just gone break even. But because there's a data high here, that's the best draw on liquidity in the market. Like, trade liquidity. This makes sense to go up. I was taking my son to school in that one. Damn. That's unfortunate. Plus TV, send me every single loss you take this week. Like, send your executions. Let me look over them. Because let me just see what you're taking. Because I need to... Send them in the execution chat and just at me when you can. Yeah, teach him how to trade, bro. The 5-minute loss, that wasn't a... I didn't like it. I took one loss this week. I took a 1 minute. It was honestly like... I didn't hate it. It made sense. We had a data low. It was a setup. So we had a data low right here. We had data low right here. Can you repeat your checklist for what? For SMR? You can check it on CME group. Okay, I'll look at that later. I took this short. Do you guys see my screen share? I took this 1 minute version. And the only reason I took this is because we hit the 5 minute breaker. So like right here, you see this candle, tap this breaker, and we already had an inversion, and it was rebalancing a 5. This is the unicorn, but here's the issue. My stop loss doesn't make sense here because we could remanipulate back up. And the trade would still work, but my stop would get hit. So that's what happened. And then I ended up making back my loss after I took the I took this. Ended up taking this setup too. So manipulation, accumulation, manipulation, distribution lower. This is a really nightmare trade because this took so long. But there's TP. But my runners got hit. Repeat your checklist for once. For what? My SMR? Smart money reversal. You do not need a smart money reversal if we get good displacement off of a soup. And if it makes sense with liquidity. Basically it. This section of Q&A. Are you on minis or micros, Dannon? And what is... Wait. Are you on micros? You are on micros. Wait. Risk percent? What are you talking about? Yeah. Try percent balance, maybe? Wait, no, it should be risk percent. Just try risk USD and type 250. Yeah, try that. Try risk USD. This should have been a break-even trade. It went break-even at the gap above, but I figured if we have such good reaction, we should run it and didn't want to miss out on the W. I'm gonna be honest. I think this is what you should have done in this trade. Do you see how we IO fitted that 1 minute gap? You see how we tapped that 1 minute gap? Then we put an order block and we broke the gap above. You should have just trailed your stop under the order block.
if you don't want to go break even in case you are gonna get. I actually don't hate this trade at all though. This is a good trade. Oh, actually the trade's just invalid, so I actually do hate this trade. Yeah, that's just invalid, bro. Zilk, you see how your entry's in another gap? Yeah. Yeah, that's invalid. So, but even if you waited for that, you would have got stopped out anyways. You're probably longing into a 2-minute gap or something, but it's just invalid. Um, that's a limit order. No, it should be limit. Like you're supposed to limit. Try risk USD. Yeah. Yeah, but usually you wanna wait for the highest time frame inversion in that leg. That's like the most confirmation. It just depends. Alright, does anybody have any more questions? I'm gonna head out. Last questions. No, alright. I'll do one tomorrow. We'll just continue this August 2022. Alright, see y'all. Have a good rest of y'all day. Tomorrow, I'll post time, probably like 1 p.m. EST. But yeah. Alright, see y'all.